Hi, I'm Lois from Katy Lake Petting Farm and Cottages. I would just like to introduce myself and Ron to you and let you know our story. Ron is 74 years old and he has never, prior to this, had any animals, farm animals. He grew up on a grain farm. Myself, I raised my children very much like we are living now with all the animals and being self-sufficient with meat and vegetables. And I did that through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Back then it was just farming. It wasn't, even then it was considered hobby farming, not farming. And homesteading is a new term. So if I say farming a lot, that's because what I come from. And I'm 64 years old, and right now I'm dealing with a arthritis disability. I've had one hip replacement done in October of 2020, and I am waiting to get the second one done, and I'm hoping that it will be done before this fall. So I use a walker and a scooter a lot of my time. So we set up the farm originally just to make it very convenient, and we started from nothing. And now we have buildings for rabbits and ducks and geese and chickens and goats and sheep and horses and cows and donkeys. And we did it all on a shoestring by repurposing, reusing things. And those are some of the things that we'll be sharing in our videos. So stay tuned for that. So like I said before, we started in 2014 with the chickens, and then we got the cows and the donkeys. And there's stories behind all of these that we'll be sharing along the way. And then in 2015, we got goats and sheep and rabbits and ducks and turkeys. In 2016, we started with the weanling pigs, and Ron built a fabulous pig pen that can be moved and made easily to muck out, and we'll be sharing that with you as well. And the adventure of how we got the geese. We left home with the truck, it broke down, and we had to go with the car. How do you get two full-grown geese home in a car? Anyway, we'll share that experience as well in future videos. And then we got two more horses, and our horses are miniature horses, so they're not very tall, and they're trained for riding for children and to be hooked up in harness. And Ron has made a sleigh for them, and that's something that we will share in future videos as well. So that's who we are, and welcome to our channel. And today we're going to share our road trip to pick up the sheep. Because of my arthritis, we downsized in 2019, and we are now replenishing with the animals because we have cottages on the farm, and the guests that come like to see all the different animals. And we get bottle fed because they are so much friendlier. So anyway, today that's what I'll be sharing. Have a great day. Enjoy the video. Road trip lunch to pick up the lambs. furnace filters. The tote is for the lambs. Not many of these giants left standing anymore. Hi. Hello. You're a noisy one. Yes, you are.
He's a baby.
What are those?
We're allowed chickens and goats.
Oh! This one is. No, we'll pay for him.
Okay.
$50. I was looking at Doc and I called the guy and he said $80. I thought, well, we're driving to $80 cheap. Yeah. But we needed to get away anyway. Hi, yeah.
Hey, don't scare them.
It's like, if they're going to jump out, we got to cover. Come on. Come on, Wiggles. Come on, Arnie. It doesn't dry out as much either. This chicken we raised ourselves. They're Cornish cross, and the chicken a little bit before I put it into the casserole to cook. And I'm using these, which I got from the barn in convenience store in Kelwood. I'm going to go for a visit there, but it's delicious. I'm going to go back and get some more. They also have some flavored beef too, so I'm going to try some of them. I have the raw meat side marked, and that way then I just flip it over and I'm good to go for cutting my veggies up. I'm going to saute the onion too. It just takes a bit of the bite out and gives the casserole a little bit more flavor to saute it a little bit. It's hard to put it on a compost pile when it's -40 out, but we feed the pigs. We've got a Koonie, and a young sow she was given to us as a piglet, and originally we thought we might butcher her, but instead this year we've decided we're going to breed her and have baby pigs on the farm, so that our guests will have some little pigs to see. So I saved the peel. Just going to cut them up to add some more flavor, plus the orange juice that I'm going to put in. And oh my, onions are getting me. Do you cry when you cut onions? What are the tricks? I've tried them all. Chewing on a toothpick, keeping my mouth closed. Mind you, I don't keep my mouth closed very often. Well, what are some others? Supposedly when you wear glasses it doesn't happen, but I've got glasses on and they're watering. I've got some fermented ginger here, and I took a pound of ginger and a teaspoon of salt, and I very thinly sliced the ginger and put it in the jar, put it in a bowl, put the salt on it, and for about 3 hours I just let it work together, and I was worried that the ginger would be too dry and I wouldn't have any liquid in it, but by the time I went to put it in the jar and pressed it down, there was more than enough liquid from the salt pulled the liquid out, and there was enough liquid to cover it up, and I fermented it for a couple of weeks. If you've ever had sushi and had the ginger that you get with that, that's what this tastes very much like. Ginger's a good thing to warm you up in the winter. They warm your gut and it keeps your whole body warm. I'm just going to brown the chicken a little just to pull the flavors out. Therapist told me that I need to stand straight, and I can stand straight if I lift my bad leg off the ground. I can get straighter, but when I put it down, it hurts too much and I have a lot of pain. Give it a nice color, and then we'll put that in there after I saute. I turn the pan off because there'll be enough heat there just for the little bit I want to saute in it. The cast holds the heat quite nicely. And we put the orange in there too, because that'll just warm it up and help pull the flavors out a bit. And then just before I put it in the casserole, I'll put most of the ginger. Some fermented carrots here. It's grated carrots with garlic and ginger in it, and it's getting over a year old, and most of some flavor or some moisture in there. So there's the casserole ready to go in the oven. We've got the fermented carrots that'll cook up on the end here, and then the chicken pieces with the onion, the orange peel, and I put some orange juice in there as well. And I'll put that in the oven and bake it for about half an hour, and we'll have that with some of the fresh bread that I made today for supper.